Hey everybody, welcome to another segment of Real-Time Cooking with Henna, and today, here's my dilemma. Here's what happened. Andy and I have to go to the farmer's market to restock on everything in our refrigerator. So before that happens, I just look at, okay, what do I have left? What can I do with it? And just figure it out from there. So I'm here and I look in the refrigerator and I see that I have a lot of rice, cooked rice, left over in the fridge. What do? I look in one of the cabinets. I have onions, Dr. Peppers. My plant had a fresh pepper, so I can go get that pepper. And then in the freezer, I always keep a stock of some frozen vegetables. So I have like a mixed bag of mixed vegetables, just general. And I have eggs. So what does that all come together as? Fried rice. So today what we're going to make is fried rice. It's super simple, and I'm just going to go through and get that done. So right now what I'm working with is an electric wok. Yep, you heard that right. It's a plug-in, so you literally just plug in this wok, and you turn it on, and voila, I'm cooking on my countertop. I don't even have to cook at the stove. So I always love having a lot more room with a wok, and this electric one definitely treats me well. Alright, now what I'm doing is adding a little bit of toasted sesame oil in the wok to get started. There we go. Alright, it's heating up already. Now the best thing about this wok is it just heats up brilliantly well. So I have my onions already sliced. I love onions, especially in like a nice sauteed style. And I am also cutting one of the peppers off of Dr. Pepper's, the plant that we have. We're so excited to finally get to eat this pepper because it's been growing for about not a year, but we've been trying to get it to grow for about a year now. And now this perfectly juicy, wonderful pepper is perfect. All right, my oil has heated up already. Can you believe it? Here I go. I drop in onions. Awesome. Let me grab a spatula. I love wooden spatulas. I have a lot of those, the little bamboo ones. So I'm just grabbing one of those. Alrighty. So how's your day going? What are you doing today? What are you making today? I hope it's something really good. I love working with leftovers. My mom has always taught me to be a very resourceful eater, to really think about what we've got as leftovers and then just completely modify it into a brand new dish. You hear that sizzle? That sounds very good. Sesame oil is just the perfect oil to cook lo mein and fried rice, just some of your favorite Asian dishes in. It just adds such a nice, nutty sesame flavor to the whole thing, and it gives all the vegetables a really nice brown char that some of the other oils I feel like aren't able to do as well. See, now I've got my pepper ready. My onions are sauteing. Pick up the heat here a little bit. So while that's happening, why don't we get all of our other ingredients together? So I've got my rice already cooked. Now you can use brown rice, basmati rice, jasmine rice, any type of rice you please. I feel like it works. Wild rice. The recipe really works with any type of rice. But I recommend long grain basmati or brown rice because that's just what I generally use. All right, the onions are coming along nicely. Now go ahead, grab some eggs. That's going to come at the end. Yes, there's going to be eggs in there. I have some corn. I have a bag of mixed vegetables. I got my pepper. Ooh, and the star sauces that go in here. Soy sauce, of course, duh. And vinegar, a little dash of vinegar to give it that nice tangy flavor. It'll be really, really good. All right, so while my onions are going, I'm actually going to go ahead and grab my spices. And all I'm putting in here is salt, red chili powder, and a little bit of ginger powder as well. Here goes my red chili powder. Now here's what happens when you add spices to a hot pan. They all kick up into the air for a little bit, but don't let that discourage you. Just, open a window or turn on a vent, and it'll all be okay. All right, so just added salt, red chili pepper. Here goes my ginger powder. Yum, yum, yum. And there we go. Now again, most and all of my recipes, whether they be altered or just the same, I have learned from my mom. And I've always just loved everything that she's made. Well, that's not true. If my mom's listening, she's probably like, liar, liar, you don't love everything that I make. But most things, and fried rice was definitely one of those dishes. I just loved when she made fried rice or lo mein. That was a good day in the house. All right, so what you want to do is just wait for these onions to get translucent, because that's when you know that they're cooked. That is a way to tell when onions are cooked. So I'm just trying to saute them over like medium to medium-high heat. And they are coming along just nicely. All right, now I'm grabbing my bag of mixed vegetables. Here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it into the pan. And I know what some of you are thinking. Like, oh, it's frozen vegetables. They're cold and icy. How can you put them in a hot pan? Well, for me, it just kind of always worked. I'm never really afraid of some of the sputters that happen. It's not really advised to throw in like frozen vegetables into hot oil, because it will sputter. Water and oil will always sputter. But this is not so bad. I know you hear that. Oh, that's lovely. I love corn. Corn on the cob is a very popular little snack in India, especially in the mountains. There's these ladies that sit roadside, and they have these coals burning with some wood and some coals, and they literally just put the corn cobs on top of the coal, and they make it fresh for you. And then, honestly, it's just one of the best tangy, spicy snacks there really is. They garnish it with chaat masala and salt and lemon, so it's just so tangy. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. But anyway, why I went on that tangent about corn is because I just put some corn in here, some sweet baby corn. All right, here goes the pepper from Dr. Pepper's. Hooray! Oh, it's red and vibrant and beautiful. The pepper, that is. Very good. Andy loves fried rice. He is actually really good at making it himself. We have worked together on this recipe for a long time, just trying to perfect it and make it restaurant quality as possible. All right, you hear those vegetables just sizzling away. That's good. That's a good sound. I'm just going to lower the heat for a touch. Now what I'm grabbing is vinegar. And I'm only going to put a splash of it in. Maybe about, let's see how much I put in. That's about a tablespoon. Maybe not even, like 3/4 tablespoon. So you only want like a touch of it in. And now I've grabbed soy sauce. And this really depends on how much rice you are making. But for the soy sauce, it's about a tablespoon. So it's a touch more than vinegar. So now what you're going to notice is that the sizzle has gone down. It has gone down to where you can't really hear it. The vegetables aren't, sticking to the bottom of the pan. But let it come back to a boil. Let it come back to a nice sputtering boil. You hear that? Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. All right, now while that is happening, I feel like my vegetables are pretty much ready. The mixture is pretty much ready. What I'm going to do is grab my eggs, push all of my vegetables in the wok to the side, and then crack a couple of them in the space that I've made directly into the pan. In goes one egg. In goes 2 eggs. And it really depends on how eggy you want this. I feel like 2 eggs might be enough for this. I don't want it too eggy. Okay, so the eggs I just popped into the side. I pushed the vegetables to the side and popped the eggs in. And they are just going to go ahead and cook over that light heat, about medium heat. You don't need to scramble them just yet. That is the trick. Let them just cook there. I've scrambled the yolks a little bit within the pan. But there's still one solid piece of egg. Don't scramble them just yet. All right, let's see how this is doing. Very nice, very nice. Now don't mess with the eggs. Remember what I said, don't mess with the eggs. Let them just cook. Let them just set in. It's kind of like an omelet that you're just gonna cut up and scramble later and fold into your rice. Now if you don't have cooked rice already, this is the perfect time to go ahead and set your water to boil and cook your rice. But beyond this, once the eggs are cooked and I cut them up and fold them into my vegetable mix, you add your rice, give it a nice saute in the wok, and that's it. That is all. That is all you have to do for some yummy fried rice. I know Andy's going to love this. Andy's become good enough to where he will walk into the house and he will just get the smell in the air. And he's like, oh, I think you made fried rice. Like, he can just tell with the smell. Now, my wok is non-stick, and it's an electrical wok. So it's like, I know the vegetables are getting like a good saute on them, but I don't have to be too afraid of them getting burnt. They do not look like they're getting burnt. Yummy. All right, let's see. Now, my eggs are still a little bit runny, but they've set about halfway from underneath. So I am going ahead and putting little cuts in them just to scramble them up a little bit, because you're going to want your eggs in, separate pieces once they're cooked. Now, the reason why you don't just, scramble up the eggs with the rest of the vegetables, which I have done, I will admit, is because it all becomes like a giant scrambled egg, like frittata type thing. Like, it's just not pretty. It's not elegant. It's still just egg in your dish, but you want it to be individual chunks, like individual pieces. Now, some people, of course, if you want to cook it a little bit more properly, you want to cook your egg on the side and then, cut it up and then just fold it into your vegetables on the side. I feel like this one pan trick really does work, where you can just do your eggs and vegetables in one pan. The sounds of cooking. It's a symphony. There's a symphony in here. Oh my goodness, my eggs have such a beautiful like brown char on the bottom. I've just flipped them in the pan. They are just about done. Perfect. So of course you don't want your eggs to be too dry. So once you feel like they are cooked enough for the meantime and they're in separate pieces, go ahead and now fold your vegetables and eggs. Do not just, smother them and like just mix them in. Be delicate. Fold your vegetables and eggs in. And that right there is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, now your fried rice mixture is ready. And now all you have to do is get to the most important part, fry your rice. It's not really frying, you're really just sauteing it. Oh, there we go. Fried rice. Oh, very good. Now make sure your rice is a little bit cool when you add it in because you want them to be fluffy when they go in. When they are hot and right out of the boiling water, they can tend to get sticky and they'll just mush up together or break too much. So you want your rice to be cool. That looks fantastic. And you hear that wok going. Amazing. I love it. So this is really how I cook when I don't really know what I'm going to cook. You just look for leftovers in your refrigerator, work with what you have. Always have some good sauces and some frozen vegetables on hand just for an emergency like I had today. I just didn't have any fresh produce in my fridge for now, which is so rare. But, these times do come up, and when they do, you go ahead and make yourself some fried rice. You could have also made some lo mein just the same way, but I already had cooked rice. Anyway, that is how I made fried rice. I hope you try it. I hope you work it out too. Let me know if you do. But for now, I'll catch you later. Bye.